Hello and good morning to everyone. So our today's lead code question is 188. That is minimum number of flips to make the binary string alternating. Alternating means 1010 or 0101 means two adjacent characters should not be same. So in this question we are given a binary string and we can perform two type of operations on the string. So type 1 operation is that we can remove the first character of the string and append it to the end of the string. So suppose if our string is 11001, so we by type 1 what we can do is we can make it 10011. Take the first character and append it to the last place. Type 2 operation allow us we can pick any character in string s and flip its value. That is, it allows us to make 1 to 0 and 0 to 1. And at the end what we have to do is we have to return the minimum number of type 2 operations, any minimum number of type 2 operations such that our string s will becomes alternating. Already I have explained what is alternating means. Two adjacent characters should not be equal. If first character is 0, then the next character should be 1, right? So let's see the examples. So our first example is 111 and triple zeros, right? So first what we do is we will make it 11000 and 1, like we have used type 1 operation. Then again we have used type 1 operation, right? After using type 1 operation we see 1 0. Now this should be 1, so we are making 0 to 1. So type 2 operation how many times? One times. Then again 0, then again 1, and again type 2 operation. So how many times we have used type 2 operations? So we have used type 2 operation two times, so the answer is 2. Here it's already alternating, 010 is already alternating, so 0 is the answer. Next we have 1110. So if you'll see 1, it should be 0, so we are using type 2 operation here. Then again 1 and again 0. So how many times we have used type 2? Only one times, right? So let's see the constraints. So here string length can be up to 10 ki power 5. So we have to think of some solution which will work in either big of n or big of n log n, right? So we have to think of some time complexities. These should be our time complexities. And string is a binary string, so the character can be either 0 or 1. So what is the brute force approach? So what we do is we'll be generating all the rotations of the string. So see 111000. So this is our initial string s. So if we rotate it, if we shift first character to the last, isn't it like rotating it one times? Then shifting the again first character, then again rotating one times. So what we do is we'll be generating all the rotations of the string, right? Rotate once, twice, and rotate n minus time one times, right? And then what we do is for each rotation, what are the two possible patterns? Either starting from 0 like 0101 or starting from 111010, right? Then we compare each rotation with these two patterns and find the minimum mismatches in each rotation. So suppose here minimum mismatch is x in pattern 1 and y in pattern 2. Here a in pattern 1, b in pattern 2, c in pattern d, and d in pattern 2. And then what we do is we will take minimum of all these mismatches, in the all the rotations, right? So the overall minimum will be our answer. But if you have noticed, what will be the time complexity of this approach? So the time complexity to check is big of n, right? And to generate all rotations again big of n. So total time complexity is big of n square, because we generate a rotation and then again again check it, so n into n big of n square. So but the string length is up to 10 ki power 5, so this approach won't be working. So we have to optimize it a little bit. So what we do is we'll be using sliding window to optimize this approach. But how to use the sliding window? So if you have noticed in the above approach, after every rotation we are starting checking the pattern from index number 0, right? But can't we use the result of previous check? We can. See, one, this was our string. We have find the mismatch of pattern 1 as x and pattern 2 as y, right? Then after one rotation 1 1 0 0 0 1. So what is our pattern 1? Pattern 1 is 0 1 0 1 0 1. So if we shift this element to here, then this element should be 0. What we do is we have shifted this element here. Now our this is our window, right? So what we will do is, now if you see pattern, earlier it was pattern 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, but now it has become pattern 2, right? So what we can use pattern 1's result to find pattern 2's mismatches in the next round, right? So and what, so we'll be using these sliding windows. So let's see how we'll be using. So what we do is, for each window we'll count the, for each window we'll be counting the mismatches with pattern 1, that is 0 1 0 1 0 1. So how many mismatches are there? Suppose x mismatches. Then again with pattern 2 we'll be counting, and let's say it is y. So for this particular rotation the answer is minimum of x and y, minimum of x and y, and the overall answer is minimum mismatch over all the windows, right? And what we have done is, to simulate the rotation, to simulate the every rotation we have used another string t, which is concatenation of the original string. So suppose if our original string is triple one triple zero, so if we'll make it triple one triple zero triple one triple zero. So if you see, this is our original string, this is our string after one rotation. See, this one and this one. Then this is our string after two rotation, 1 0 0 1 1 1, right? Sorry, up to here only, 1 0 0 and double one. So after two rotations this will be our string. So what we have done is, we have concatenated our original string and stored it in a new string to simulate all the rotations. After making this string, what we do is, we'll make a window of size n, where n is the string length of s, where n is the length of the string, original string, right? And then for each window what we do is, we'll be computing mismatches with alternating patterns, like how many mismatches are there. So suppose 0 1 0 1 0 1, this is one pattern for of length, so here length is 6, or 1 0 1 0 1 0. So we'll find mismatches of these two patterns in the window, right? And then take the minimum of the two mismatches, right? And if you have noticed in pattern 1, every even index, at every even index the value is 0, and at every odd index the value is 1. In pattern 2, at every even index the value is 1, and at every odd index the value is 0, right? So in pattern 1, if index is I, so we expect it to be 0 if I is even, right? If index is even, if index is even, that is 0 2 4. If index is even, then we want it to be 0, else it will be 1. And it is opposite in pattern 2. So now we have to handle two cases in the window, that what we do when we expand the window and what we do when we shrink the window. So when window grows, like we add a new element to the window, so what we do is, we'll be adding mismatch contribution of the new character. So see, 1 1 1 0 0 0, right? So if we'll see with pattern 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. So how many mismatch? 1 2 3 4. 4 mismatches. Then we check with 1 0 1 0 1 0. How many mismatch? Match. One mismatch. Only two mismatch with pattern 2, right? Now what we do is we have appended the next character, that is 1. So now our window is from this element to this, right? So again we check with pattern this, we it should be 0 here, right? So the new character is mismatched, so we increase the count to 4 plus 1 5, right? Now this character has been removed, so we have to check whether it was a mismatch or not, because earlier if it was a mismatch we have to reduce our earlier mismatched count by 1. So see, it was a mismatch, right, in the pattern 1, so we have to reduce the count from 5 to 1, so it will become 4. Now we'll check here, it should be 1, so match is there, so we won't be increasing the count of mismatch, so it will be 2. Now see, was it a mismatch earlier? No, one is matched with earlier, so we don't need to reduce the count. So in the new window, that is 1 1 0 0 0 1, we get the two answers. With 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, we get the mismatch count as 4, and with 0 1 0 1 0 1 we get the mismatch count as 2, right? So I hope you get it, like what we'll do when we expand the window. So we have added a new character, so first we'll check whether this character is a mismatch or not in the both the patterns, and increase our mismatch count accordingly. So here 0 and 1 was a mismatch, so we make the count earlier count 4 to 5, right? And here it is a match, so we haven't changed the count. And after checking the new character, we will check the character that we have removed from the window, this character, whether it was a mismatch or match. So if it earlier it was a mismatch, we reduce our total mismatch count by 1, but if it was a match we won't be changing anything, right? Remove mismatch contribution of old character when window exceeds size n. So let's see an example to get it more clearly. So we are taking the same string 111 000, and to simulate all the rotations, what we have done is we have concatenated the string, right? So now our step 2, what we have two old patterns, right? Two possible patterns of for string length 6, 0 1 0 1, this one and this one. And now what we do is we will compare each window of length 6 with these patterns and find their how many elements are mismatching, and storing those count and taking the answer as minimum of these two mismatched characters, right? Now let's see what is our first window. Our first window is from character 0 to character 5, that is 1 1 1 0 0 0. So with pattern 1, that is 0 1 0 1 0 1, we have got 4 mismatches. We have got 4 mismatches, and with 1 0 1 0 1 0 we have got 2 mismatches. So what is our current best answer? This is our current best answer, because we have to flip only 2 times to make the string as alternating. So our current answer is 2. Now we shift our window by 1, so now our window will become from 1 to 6, that is 1 1 0 0 0 1, right? So adding this one here, right? So again we check with the pattern 1. So according to pattern 1, what it should be? So the index is even, so it should be 0, right? But it is 1, it is 1, so we increase the mismatch count by 1, so we will make 4 plus 1 as 5, right? And according to pattern 2, pattern 2 it should be 1, yeah it is 1, so our mismatch count is still 2, right? And now we have to check the character that we have removed from the window, that was it a mismatch or not, right? So the index is 0, and currently we are at index number, let's say I. So what we'll do is we will make I minus n, that is 6 minus 6 is 0. So 0 at, so the index number I, so it is 0. 0 means even. So in pattern 1, if the index is even, then it should be, expected character should be 0. But if you'll see the original character, it is 1. So it was a mismatch earlier, right? But that mismatch has been removed from our current window. So we have reduced our count from by 1, that is 5 minus 1 is 4, right? And in pattern 2, it should be at even index, it should be 1. Was it a 1? Yes, it was a 1. So we won't be reducing anything from here. So now again the number of sorry, again we get two mismatches. The count of mismatches are 2 and 4. Again we take the minimum, so we'll take 2. Still our answer will be 2 only. So we keep doing the same stuffs, right? So we keep doing the same stuff, that is expanding the window and checking all the rotations, and at the end what we'll do is we'll return the overall minimum answer, that is 2. So let's see the code of this one. So in the code what we are doing is we are taking two differences. First we have simulated, we have concatenated the our strings to simulate the all the rotations, and then we have taken two variable difference one to store the number of mismatches in what we called pattern 1, and then difference to count the number of mismatch in pattern 2, right? And then what we are doing is we are iterating over all the possible arrays of length n, right? Then in character, what is our expected character? So 0 1 0 1 0 1. So in this pattern, if our index is even, then our expected character should be 0, and if index is odd, then our expected character is 1. That's what we are written. If index is even, then expected character is 0, else expected character is 1. And in pattern 2, that is expected character in pattern 2 is, so see pattern 2 is 1 0 1 0 1 0, right? So at even position we should have 1. So if index is even, then the character should be 1, else should be 0. Then we check whether t of I, t is our new string that we have formed. If t of I is not equal to expected of 1, means mismatch is there, so we increase count of mismatch by 1. And if t of I is not equal to expected of 2, then we increase count of mismatch in pattern 2, right? And if our index is greater than equal to n, that means we have already got a window size n, and we are at index number I is equal to n. So if index is greater than n, then that means we have to remove the last character of the window. So suppose initially we have 1 triple 1 triple 0. So this is index number 5. Next is at index number 6 we have 1, but our current window is till now this, right? We have added this, but we have to remove this character also. So what we are doing is we check what is, currently we are at this index, that is 6. So I is equal to 6, and we want this index. So what will be this index? It will be I minus n, right? I minus n. So we check what is the old expected character, so if I minus n is even, that is 0. Yes, it is even, then expected character is 0, else expected character is 1 in pattern 1. And similarly find in pattern 2 also. If I minus n is even, then it is expected character is 1, else expected character is 0. So our index is 0, that is it is even. So in pattern 1 the expected character is 0, and in pattern 2 the expected character is 1. So we'll check. So here whether 0 is equal to 1, no, there is a mismatch in pattern 1, earlier. So we reduce our total mismatches by 1, because we have removed this character from our window. And if there is a earlier there was a mismatch in pattern 2, then we reduce diff 2 by -1. And if our I is greater than or equal to n minus 1, that means we have get a window size n. Then we will be storing the answer, minimum answer, and at the end we'll be returning our answer, right? So I hope I am able to explain you the whole process. So if you like the solution, please make sure to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.